Welcome to After Dark.
Hello.
So, Space Mike, do you have a hard out coming up here? Space Mike?
What?
Do you need to leave soon?
Oh, no. If you saw my comments earlier, I was just trying to make us be snappy and have a timely show.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
Jared's needs to leave, though, soon, right?
My job knows that I'm doing this, and they know that I'm not going to show up at the time I'm supposed to be there. So,
What time are you supposed to be there?
12 o'clock, but I already told them. I told them earlier this week I'm not going to make it at 12. So they know.
Let's do an intro really quick and get you out of here, so at least you can be there in a moderately timely fashion.
Although kind of funny, Johnny Boy says, Houston, there are blinking lights on the moon. Dot 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 dash 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 dot dot dot. Right, but at least you can see it. That's my point.
All right. What was your favorite story?
Could I say 3 launches in one day? 3 rocket launches in one day.
Was it really in one day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go by UTC time,
that's
the
what we do.
PSLV was at 3, and the Soyuz was at 1800, and the Falcon 9 was at 1900. So, yeah, 3 launches in one day.
Yeah. That was kind
Was
of a
that
crazy
why I
day.
was so exhausted? That was an exhausting hour.
For us,
didn't do
from
all
our
of them.
perspective here on the West Coast, the Indian launch was on Thursday night. So that's why it doesn't seem like they were all on the same day. But they were.
All right, 3 launches the same day. Whoosh.
More planets from Kepler.
Yeah, Kepler.
Seriously, though, we need to have a count, because I feel like this is like
A Kepler counter.
the 5th freaking, story this year of here's another couple hundred planets.
Maybe we should have a Kepler
NBD,
counter.
Seriously?
What's the count
Didn't
up to
we
now?
just talk about
All
this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I talked with Marshall Culpepper about Cube OS.
No, Cubos.
No, Cube OS is the company. I'm talking about the software, which is Cube OS.
All right, I suppose that's fair.
And then you'll take us into the show?
Sure, because I never know what to say.
All right, me too. All right, here's number 1.
Great.
Number 1. Big wavies like this. Don't undo. All right, go ahead.
Coming up, 3 rocket launches in one day.
More planets from Kepler.
I talked to Marshall Culpepper.
That's 2.
Marshall Kepler.
Marshall
Great.
Kepler.
I got Marshall's name right, and I got the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Facing Mike.
Coming up.
Sorry.
Coming up. Coming up, 3 rocket launches in one day.
More planets from Kepler.
I talked with Marshall Culpepper about Cube OS and Cubos.
And I take care of the whole rest of the show on this week's episode of TMRO.
Got it in 2.5.
That was good. That was good.
All right,
take care of that.
Jared, get the hell out. Jared, get out of here.
I am out of here. Goodbye,
Okay,
everyone.
bye.
Good day, good sir.
I will quickly change and then be out of here. So.
All right, Colton.
I mean, you can't wear that to work?
No, I said not to be able to. So.
All right, Colton. So the beta chat is definitely better, but still not usable.
Right.
We were able to log in this week, which is a step above.
Well, yeah, and then sometimes get
2
kicked,
steps forward and then like
sometimes-
5 steps backwards. But I can't comment about you guys. I would get a few updates, like a few new lines of text, and then it would just stop updating.
I was totally fine,
Same.
totally fine. And then he went to update something so that you guys would be not totally screwed over, and then
then you
I
were-
got screwed over. So it was like, you're like, oh, you'll just make things red for me. I was like, yeah, that's not a problem, but nobody's saying anything. And I refreshed and I was like, crap. Now I could see the next 12 lines. And so then I went to your problem when we flip-flopped and you're
Yep.
like, I'm in regular chat. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try regular chat. I can't log into regular chat. Try to go back into beta chat. It's like, I can't log out of beta chat. Freaking fantastic.
Okay, so he knows. I'm just conveying
Yeah.
what we saw. It's beta, so it's going to be buggy. But I will say this. A couple other things. In the TMRO hosts room, under beta, we can no longer click the little X to get rid of lines. And that's actually, I think,
Huge.
it's huge for us. We don't don't need it in the main TMRO chat, although it's nice to have that in case we want to remove it from everyone. But having it in TMRO hosts so that we can keep that organized, that's really nice. The other issue is I'm considering moving everyone. I'm beta testing iPads. And actually, it worked really well for me because I can have everything kind of split.
I think that's the problem. I think you keep trying to make everyone use the same thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll work for everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to make everyone use the same thing. So anyhow, trying iPads. Well, I want it to look nice and sleek on the show, and I don't like the laptop look. So
Why? There's nothing wrong with this. And now I can use both hands, and it still sits here, and it's totally fine.
yeah. So what was my point?
I don't know. You're always wrong?
Yeah, no.
You try to just enforce your views upon everyone without even asking?
Yeah, that one.
You don't care what it is that I think about or how I feel about it in any way, shape, or form, even though the
Probably
rest of the chat room totally agrees with me?
Probably that one too.
Happy anniversary.
Not yet. Close. It's coming up in a couple days.
You only know that because I told Dutta that story earlier today.
We have to tell the whole room that. Can we tell the whole room
Yeah,
that?
of course.
All right, not yet. So being able to delete stuff is a big deal, and then for at least on the iPad, the color buttons, from a touch standpoint, I think they need to be spaced a little further apart and maybe made a little bit larger.
Ben has fat fingers.
I have fat fingers because I'm fat, and so being able to it's not quite as what am I trying to say? It's too sensitive. It's too the touch zones are too tight together, and I think that will actually work really well. Being able to boop 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 on the show, it's going to be nice. Even if I don't make Carrie, because Carrie's going to fight me tooth and nail moving to iPads, I'll probably move everyone else to iPads, and we're going to want those capabilities.
That's going to be awesome in my house.
What, being able to touch? No, yeah. All you get is an iPad. By the way, we're getting rid of all your screens. You just get an iPad.
Wait, go to your camera so you can see like all of the crap you work on.
Okay, you can't even see all of it
All that stuff.
in this camera.
know.
There's a monitor here. There's another one here.
Yeah, it just keeps
and
going
there-
off screen.
And there's another one here.
There's like a whole third of it that you can't see.
And actually, you're short. You're supposed to have 3 more, but we
Right.
ran out of funds. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So we're still going to do that. That's still in my plans, right? When we built goodbye, when we can never go to your camera. It seems to confuse you.
I'm a delicate little
Wait,
flower.
do you have pregnant brain?
Dude, yeah.
Pregnancy brain? No, he's new baby brain.
New
That's
baby
different.
brain. All right. So
What were you doing at 3 a.m. this morning?
wait, hang on. Watch
Snoring
this.
with
Watch
any
this. This is
luck.
kind of amazing. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
What the F is happening there?
I don't know.
That's weird voodoo magic, and I don't like it.
I'm on the iPad. I don't think you'll be able to
No,
see it,
you
but
can't see
if
it.
I scroll up, I can actually see more text below.
He knows what you're going to say before you say it.
It's like I can see the future. Oh, I'm over here. I don't know why I'm looking. I can see the future.
Whatchamacallit?
Oh, I was tired. That one. Oh no, I was like I had a lot of stuff. I still do have a lot of stuff like concurrently going on. So my brain is broken. Our anniversary. That story.
Yeah, so we're leaving work yesterday because we work at the same place. And I had a crazy day. I was running all around we're trying to spin up a new thing in my area, my department. And which was a little bit unexpected / kind of expected. I should have known better, I guess, because things move at a breakneck speed, just in general, no matter what department you work at our company. And so we're walking across the street and we're trying to hash out some things. And how was your day? And how was your day? And Ben like stops all of a sudden and goes, "Wait, is it our anniversary?"
Bye.
And I actually looked at my watch, saw what the date was, remembered when our anniversary was, and said, "No, that's Monday." And he said, "Are you sure? Because like there's all this stuff going on, and like you have." I'm like, "No, you're fine. And I don't care." Like because I've kind of been focused on this. I was like, "It's fine," and you're like, "No, you do care." That's what you said.
My banner. I almost had my banner say,
I said-
"Launch and land and relaunch makes it for a tired Benny."
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
It is. Oh my gosh, it's not easy, dude. It's not easy. But it's awesome.
At least it's not Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's so good.
I wonder if
yeah.
I can go sideways and do something.
No. Oh, you
I
can.
can
That's
get-
weird,
looks like
but
I can get-
why?
Looks like Marshall's trying to say something.
see what-
Can we bring him back in?
Yeah.
He's still. Hey, Marshall. Hi. Wait. Can we magic?
Ta-da!
Oh yeah, that was
There we go.
amazing.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to mention pre-show. You are not required to hang out for the whole show, although you're always free to as well.
Marshall's trying to figure out when he gets paid for the appearance.
Yeah, he's like, how long do I have to be here? What is going on?
social awkward penguin right now. Is it time to leave yet?
So, guys, I feel like my segment was over.
But awesome segment. That was absolutely incredible. And as we were talking about in comments, we've got Vector coming up. So we've got the small sat launch systems coming into play. We've got commercial off-the-shelf small sats themselves. Now we've got software going. The thing I think that's really missing at this point, there are a couple companies developing it, but it seems like it's a little further behind everyone else, are the ground to space, space to ground communication links. Like those entities that will let you stay in communication with your small sats at all times for a not absurd rate. But
Have
there
you
are
talked to
companies.
KSAT yet?
I'm sorry?
Have you talked to KSAT or looked at KSAT yet?
No, maybe no.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So
Should
I would
we?
definitely recommend checking out KSAT. They have a new thing called KSAT Lite, which is it's a global ground station network specifically for small sats.
Cool.
Well, okay, I stand corrected. So then that's the last piece, and ready to go. I think
right.
the last. So it was that collect underpants and then profit. I think was the third step, right?
I also love how you said something about like just an off-the-shelf sort of situation. Like, there's no Radio Shack for CubeSats. You just like walk into a brick and mortar store and literally take something off of a shelf. Like, I understand that
Challenge accepted.
I understand that is just sort of a term, a general phraseology situation of like, over-the-counter medicine means something that you don't need a prescription for. And I get all of those sorts of things.
I'm sure there is a CubeSat on a shelf that they're taking off of a shelf and selling to you.
Just know for a nanosecond that you are getting older, and there's an
my
entire
God.
generation of people now.
I'm not getting
Where
older.
when you say
No.
just take it off of off-the-shelf components,
Kids
it's
don't
not going
ha-
to mean anything
Kids
to
still
them.
understand what a shelf is. They may not know what a rotary phone is, but they know what a shelf is.
But you're referencing a very specific brick and mortar store situation.
no.
That does
Amazon
not
has
exist,
shelves. Amazon has shelves.
that nobody sees.
Well, to help with this debate, I have a quick comment.
Yeah.
There is actually a term in the satellite industry called COTS, which is commercial off the shelf. And actually, it's used pretty much across the board in any small sat provider. They'll call themselves a COTS satellite hardware provider.
Yes, and that's why I refer to it as it's coming from the term COTS.
Yeah.
It basically means that you don't have to design, develop, and manufacture your own parts in order to be able to do the thing.
Oh yeah.
I understand.
Amazon. Oh, I wish I could push this to air. I wish I could. I can't. I'm like mashed finger in chat room.
Great. Now you're just hitting all of the buttons. I wish you could see this chat room right now. It's complete disaster area from Ben.
Mash.
I understand the
Sounds like a good
concept.
chat room I've ever
Getting
heard
that,
of.
Carrie Ann, is that
Which
I think
one,
what you're getting
Ben?
at, Carrie Ann, is that someday the
OptiQuest.
kids will say instead of off the shelf, they'll say off the internet or something.
OptiQuest said Amazon literally just bought Whole Foods, and guess what Whole Foods has?
Shelves?
Shelves, and guess what they're going to soon have? That's right, CubeSats. I'm going to be able to go to Whole Foods.
At Whole Foods, yeah. It's
Go to-
organic.
It's an organic.
It's twice as much. It's twice as expensive though because of it.
Thank
All
you.
organic though. We promise, and it's GMO free. We promise.
What is that? Yeah, here's a dumb question.
Gross.
By the way, you can hang up at any time. You don't have to be
No worries, this
with
is
the
fun. I'm
crazy.
enjoying
And
this.
we will not be insulted at all. What?
so cool.
How much does a CubeSat cost right now? All right. So you mentioned like $100,000. All right. I got my credit card. I'm ready to just go buy a CubeSat. How much is that? And then how much is my launch? Right? Because I still have to buy a launch. And it's who are they in New Zealand? It's
Rocket Lab.
Rocket Lab.
Yeah.
They're a few $1 million, but they can send up a bunch. So I don't know what the ride sharing cost is there.
So hang on, let me get my orientation correct here. So that satellite behind me here, this one, that one.
It's hard to do. It's hard to
right?
do, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible. Yeah, but that's about $100,000 in ballpark for that level of satellite, and then the launch for that satellite is equivalently about $100,000. So you're looking at about $200K all in for a satellite about that size.
And what was that? If you were to rough guess, 5 years ago, how much would it have cost me to do something similar?
5 years ago?
Yep.
That's a good question because like hardware like this didn't really exist 5 years ago, at least not at scale. So you may have paid a little more, probably like a tiny bit more for the hardware because it would have been custom built. But then the launch, like you couldn't have even found a launch slot that small because no one would have been dividing it up that small.
So, and then if I were to go back even further, 10 years ago, it probably wouldn't have been possible. I would have to build a bigger satellite. So then am I talking like 10 years ago, a bigger satellite is at millions of dollars? I'm just trying to figure out what
you'd
the
have to
curve
find a
there is.
ride along, and then you'd also have to develop what's called a custom deployer. And so your deployer would be another like probably $500,000, and then you would still have to figure out how much the satellite that was like holding it would want you to charge you for it. So like what's really happened honestly is like it's not just the satellite itself that's been standardized, these little CubeSats, it's also the deployers. You guys were talking about the India launch a lot today.
Yeah.
So one of our biggest partners is this company ISIS. They're the ones that integrates literally all the CubeSats on those launches. So they've done, I think they did 20 of those 30 satellites that y'all mentioned, and then they did about 100 of the last, like the really big one. And so what is involved in that integration onto the rocket are these things called quad packs. They're these they're basically, they essentially look like giant spring boxes that like you would use for maybe for like a loaf of bread or something.
Oh, sure.
They're imagine like a 3U CubeSat size deployer times 4, and they literally just spring out these CubeSats. I mean, those things, because those exist, anyone can make a 3U CubeSat at a standard size. And they don't have to pay for a deployer because the launch provider provides as part of their service.
That's cool.
So yeah, so that has also changed the way that it just becomes easier and not so custom every time you have a launch now.
Was it ISRO that had one that deployed like a kajabillion CubeSats all at once, where it's just like plop, plop, plop,
Yeah, it was
plop?
100 and...
That's the one I'm talking about. That's the
101.
exact one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
was
it's
really cool
100
footage too.
Yeah, it was 104 satellites on one launch, and 101 of them were CubeSats, and literally every single one was deployed by one of those quad packs made by ISIS. They were literally 4 at a time coming out, plop, 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 and you saw that video.
Yeah.
It was unreal. I've never seen anything like that. It was amazing.
As Vax Headroom points out, the website for that is isispace.nl. ISIS space. I don't know how to pronounce that, but there you go.
Yeah. Unfortunate name, but a great company.
Yeah, are they just gonna kind of wait for that whole thing to like because eventually
Came
that'll
out,
just
like,
go
a couple
away.
years before ISIS, so... I don't know.
They take the Office Space approach. Why should I change? They're the ones that suck.
Why don't you just go by Mike?
Exactly.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's isispace.nl.
Yep.
That's funny.
Cool, guys. I think I am going to head out. It was
All right.
really,
Yeah.
really good. Y'all show is amazing. I'm probably going to become a patron supporter.
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday. It really was a great
Thank you for
conversation.
coming on the show. Yeah.
Yep.
thank
Yeah,
you.
my pleasure.
I'll ping you when the on-demand version goes up.
Great. Thanks,
Great.
guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah,
That's funny.
very cool. Yeah, today was a good show.
Oh my God, Citizen 52693. There we go.
Imagine ITS spitting out CubeSats.
Oh my God, thousands and thousands, just pop, 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 pop. Yeah, right. Just
Crazy.
constantly. It'd be like 200,000 CubeSats.
It would be hilarious.
I'm just
Ranging
imagining the
from
video of
1U
that.
to 12U.
Oh yeah, so Tawicked earlier in the chat room did some homework for us, and thank you for that, Tawicked. So 1U, because you get CubeSats in like universal sizes. 1U is starting from, mind you, 77,000. 2U is 240,000. 3U, I'm sorry, that was 3U is 240,000. 6U is 480,000. And 12U is 960,000. So I think I'm hopeful that these satellites will be able to half their price over the next 5 years, and hopefully half again over the next decade. I mean, these are very reasonable, but it's still not something that like even tomorrow, like just a 1U satellite is still more money than tomorrow makes in a year, right? So, but I would love for tomorrow to launch a satellite for absolutely no reason, maybe with my face on it. I think
BenSat 1.
BenSat 1, yeah! Which means there's got to be more. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have BenSat 1 and Carrie Ann Sat 1, and they'll fight with each other on orbit.
We're not in the same orbit.
Wait, what orbit are you in?
A different one.
Any other orbit.
Her inclination is slightly higher than yours is.
I feel like I was just insulted there. This is amazing. You made me snort a little bit.
That's funny.
I'll put a microphone on mine.
Why?
To try to record space.
You'll be able to listen. I'll
sound
stream
of
it live.
nothing?
I'll stream live, space live. Actually, I should just simulate that right now. It'd be like sounds from space. It's just
The
nothing.
sound of space live.
Just nothing.
Nothing. Although every once in a while you'd have to have some sort of like radio interference or something like that to make it seem legit. Yeah.
We have a clip. Ready?
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. That was the sound of space right there. That was live from BenSat 1.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
That is
God.
magical. That is absolutely magical.
Yeah. I felt like today was pretty good. We still went over on all the segments, but
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that, right? So the times are a rough time that we target, and we don't have to hit them exactly, right? Because we're an internet show. If we were not an internet show, if we were a broadcast television show, going over would be bad, or we'd have to steal from something else. But we can go over. I think we can tighten up the news a little bit. I think we're starting to get a little bit sloppy with that. We don't have to rush it, but I think it could just be a little bit tighter. I think the interview, it's always hard for me to tell. Should we tighten up the interview, or did we do okay there? And by the way,
it's so hard because sometimes like even
just
with
depends on the
today's
interview.
interview, we only had like 4 questions, weren't quite sure how it was going to go, and it turned out to be a great interview. So it always depends with the interviews,
well, and I generally try to only have 5 or 6 pre-created questions. I mean, the whole point of us doing this show live is that you, the community of tomorrow, get to ask your questions. And so if I'm asking all of the questions, why is this live? Right? So I always like to focus on the questions, which is why the chat room stability is so important for me. It's also why I reverted back to the regular chat room. And we were able to make it work, right? So it worked. We were able to ask questions. They were great questions, I thought.
Yeah.
And I thought we got some really great stories. I love that interview. I thought it was incredible. So, but yeah, I mean, not all interviews are that good. Sometimes they're just not. So, I think we've done a fairly decent job of cutting those short, question mark.
Like when need be?
Well, yeah, when the interviews just aren't as good, that we kind of tighten them
Yeah.
up. Maybe we should do a better job of tightening up the bad interviews.
I mean, yeah, I think we keep hoping that it's going to go better, but I think if you really if you have that question in your mind at all, you can just go, all right, so, and then just to close it out, we've got some questions.
Sure, yep.
And then if they feel like they have anything else that they want to say or add, they can always then go, oh, actually, if you don't mind really quickly, blah, 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 like I forgot to mention this, or I wanted to address this, or, it gives them that opportunity. You're kind of giving them a warning of like, all right, well, we're gonna be done any second now. You know what I'm saying? And then, when you're done, you're done.
By the way, what do we think? Beard or no beard? Right here. I'm going in for a haircut today, so I'll ask my hairstylist. Yes, I have a hairstylist. I am that pretentious. I wear a tiara when I go there, so I'll ask her. But I want your opinion too. I feel like I can't quite, like my cheeks are too baby-like almost. Like I kind of have not a baby face, but it's definitely a rounder face, and this just makes me look like a man baby. I'm not sure. I definitely would have to. If I keep it, I have to clean it up. It's a mess right now.
That's not what makes you look like a man, baby.
Hey now. I didn't say act. I said look.
So you walk around like this in a diaper all the time.
Oh my God, like that. They're that SNL sketch.
Yeah.
Right now, you just look lazy.
with the
The unshaven look.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
shadow.
It's not cleaned up. Well, and that's actually, it's funny you bring that up. That's why it's there. I have been working so hard. In the morning, I was like, I'm not doing this morning. And that lasted this is like a month's worth of growth is the other thing. I exaggerate, but not much. But not much. Oh yeah, I suck at growing a beard.
Okay. This is a month's worth of growth, and for the exact same reason.
You suck at growing a beard?
No, because I'm lazy.
Oh, all right.
See how it's not shaved?
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I got a little. I got to clean up the neck.
But I can
region.
like, it's a finger length that I can pinch and pull skin after
Ow.
a month. You non-beard growing.
I am a non-beard growing man baby. That's what my name banner needs to say next week. Non-beard growing man baby. I'm sure Vector Space would enjoy that a lot. I'm not pushing hard enough. Space Kyle says there's an awkward stage for beards. Yes, but Space Kyle, my awkward stage lasts like 2 or 3 years.
I feel like
He's still in his awkward stage from puberty.
You're also hateful.
I
right
meant-
here. Right here.
I missed you.
Did you though? Did ya?
Yeah, he's surrounded by women at home.
Oh God.
I mean, you would. Oh, I mean, if his choices are you or Jared or Mike, I guess. No offense, Mike.
Half of them are crying, and then there's the baby.
Only because Mike isn't actually
Then
here.
there's the baby. Aerospike says, keep the sides burn Captain Kirk-esque. Should I make him like really long?
No.
Like good.
No,
Do you like the sideburns
burst
at all?
out like General Burnside.
they're fine. Burnside. Yeah.
Space Mike did it. Yeah. What shit? Well, no. Space Mike did the weird thing. Like it's like the hair. Although it's not now. Like earlier, when you like shaved off your head, you had like no hair here, but it was like coming out in the beard. So it was like the hair got sucked from the head and came out the beard region. Yeah. It doesn't look like that anymore.
Yeah.
But there, for a while there was like this like that's bad. Tip him upside down. Tip him the other way.
Somebody earlier said something about that there was something wrong with Mike's beard because it's not on the front.
It's not on the front.
Because I don't really have like a mustache very well, even though I kind of do. I'll have to kind of get close here, but the lighting makes
He's
it look
so
like I don't really
blonde.
have a mustache.
Yeah.
Even though I do, because it's kind of blondish.
Yeah.
But even before like it came out even blondish, like I used to just get peach fuzz for my mustache. I don't still really have a mustache, but I've always been able to grow this neck beard really well. And so the key to finally getting this to come out even just blonde instead of just translucent was just letting it go and just finally like having it grow out so much and be like so gross that finally it started changing color. And I think that that was like the key to of getting it so thick down here was just letting it go until it started to grow out. Because yeah, I'm here. I am 30, barely. I've had this since I was like 18. Being able to grow this much since I was like 18, and here I am 30, barely starting to get some blonde mustache hairs. So,
Mike, I have some bad news for both of us. We may not be able to have beards. I'm trying really hard.
Just
I
for-
feel like
Just for
I'm
men,
failing.
I'm just saying.
Just for what?
Just for men, I'm just saying.
just for men.
I hate you, Dada.
First, I need to use some of that right here.
What'd Wicked say?
Hollow Amish.
Rogaine.
Oh man.
Are we done? Are we wrapping? I feel like we're wrapping here. We need to do, so next month we've got our roundtable. I think it'll be about Sliss. And, because we seem to have some passionate opinions about Sliss. I like to bounce the iPad, and then it's always like, undo? I'm like, no, stop it. Citizen Big Number, have a good one. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Also, Dutta, remind me I need to fix camera 1. I haven't done that yet. I keep forgetting to do that. And then I see it in pre-show. Has it burned us on air yet?
Negative.
It will someday if I don't fix it.
We're on it for like 5 seconds.
I know, but there's going to be a day.
And fortunately, the times that it flashes are outside of those 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Although I was waiting for it to do that and be like, oh, it must be a landing rocket nearby. We've got, let's see here, this camera over here. There we go. Flashes black randomly. It'll just like, you've got picture, and it goes. I'm kind of hoping it does it on air. It's not going to because we're not on it long enough. All right, on that note, bye, everybody. See you next week. Bye. Bye. Oh, bye, Mike.
Bye bye.
What happened there?